There you go.
It's all right. We're all tripping a little bit.
We got smoke.
As I was saying, Bryce, Louis doing a good job of using those disjoints, catching those big hitbox on that Puff, and keeping this Puff uncomfortable right now.
Yeah, and being able to just not let Puff play her game is huge, especially with how light she is. You need to disrupt as much as you can because literally every trade is awful for Puff.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That's going to be big damage. Every single touch that Palutena gets on the little Puffer is gonna hurt a lot. And I think Louis Money feels extremely comfortable. He's just bouncing around, throwing those explosive flames, knowing that Pufferz actually has a very tough time dealing with those. You know, mobility has never been, even though she loves the air, just like Falco, she is not great at dealing with all of this oppression that Palutena can just deal in the air.
Oh, yeah. And, of course, Louis Money's been playing fantastically as of late, of course, results. Just won Gateway Legends. Shout out to that tournament. Amazing tournament. He's been doing a great job so far, carrying that Palutena meta and doing literally her right now. She's doing that classic Palu things, right? Using those teleport cancels, using those disjoints, those aerials to keep Puff out. The one thing Puff needs to do is get in, but she can't. She can't.
Yeah, especially with most of your hitboxes being, not really disjointed. Dealing with Palu things like back air or dash attack, sometimes even there, just you're not winning them. And if you can't put on the kill on the Palu, you're just suffering the whole time.
Yeah, it's going to be extremely complicated, at least for Pufferz. This is the perfect moment for adaptation. Start reading what Louis Money does in order to recover, in order to add a little bit of extra pressure and find out how to deal with it for next game, because this, okay, I got a little ahead of myself. I thought the stock was relinquished, but no, Louis Money still goes down, knowing that he can just go in, not worry too much about recovering.
I like the idea of using the Nair there to catch that teleport recovery. And Puffer's still going to find that dash to close at the stock. Still, regardless of how you're getting snuffed out in the air, I'm liking the idea of resorting to that ground game to try to get something started. You got to be able to mix up on the fly, even if it isn't your character's strength.
Yeah, I do like Puffer's utilizing all their jumps to get over that jab, a ledge trap attempt. But that dash attack is going to take the stock, and this is not the percent you want to be at if you're Pufferz versus Louis right now. Unless
you get one of those, the Twitter clips, something that Puff is actually extremely good at, getting a read, maybe a confirming to arrest. That would be the perfect scenario for Pufferz here in order to bring it back, trying to go for the pound by the ledge, trying to find the 2-frame, unfortunately not being able to. Now careful here because Pufferz looks quite menacing right now, chasing down Louis Money, and now he's forced to fall back just a little bit.
Louis is definitely feeling himself right now. He's feeling the money, man. Down tilt in the forward air coming out, just keeping the pressure on this Puff. Puff really struggles considering the floaty way, really struggles to mix up that recovery. Now Louis trying to find his edge guard here, trying to find his way back on stage, finally finding that forward air, and Pufferz is still somehow able to make it back to this neutral state.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
We saw Louis just looking at Pufferz for like a solid 3 seconds. Just, what are you going to do about it? Move.
Nothing.
Make the move. Make the first move. And just you saw the second Pufferz move, though. Try to go for a turnaround, a pivot grab, but not going to get it. But that dash attack is going to take it.
Yeah, we saw it earlier how Louis Money was feeling extremely comfortable, not only in his movement, but also in his options, right? Like, he had so many to choose from. We saw that incredible, nice first stock in which he basically Puff got 2-frame with the up smash, so that's extremely hard to deal with. We're going back into small battlefield, the regular size stage, just the same as Gallows, just the same as Battlefield, and Final Destination, same length. The only difference is that those platforms are a little below, closer to the stage in comparison to Pokemon Stadium 2, in case you didn't know.
Well, now trying to get back on the stage again. Louis Money just playing the same thing, right? Like using those big hitboxes to kind of just play Puff's game but better. Using the dash tag, using the back air, keeping yourself out of those situations. And Louis Money literally just walking away, saying, "Hey man, I know exactly what you have 3 options you can do at the ledge, and I can just walk away from every single one of them."
And walking in this game is actually so scary because you can do anything out of a
wall.
With a dash attack DI, yeah, can't do much out of that one.
Still, Pufferz trying his best to get something started. Louis Money feeling extremely comfortable, only 15%, an opportunity to get another edge guard. Louis Money doesn't feel comfortable, uncomfortable outside of the stage, and that's gonna be extremely intimidating for a Puff, where she usually wants to keep you.
Oh, yeah. See, that's definitely a very good point. You know, like, Puff players, they rely on one thing, is that they're offstage game. And Lou's kind of just like, oh, well, see, I can do that, but better. Right. I have this giant staff.
Right?
I have a giant shield that kind of just a no button to everything you do. Back air, through everything you do, no. Stop that. Stop that. Get back on the ledge and think about what you did.
Yeah, if you try to go above, guess what? The giant halo.
Bear,
just
the halo,
is just going to grab you through the whole thing. And that move kills, to say the least. It definitely will kill Puff at lower percents than it honestly should. But looks like Pufferz is just trying to find that main hit right now, but Louis just playing around it really well.
Yeah, just chilling, taking advantage of the platform's layout, the platform layouts, just to feel comfortable enough to teleport around, to reposition himself. He's trying to go for the ledge trump, trying to finish this up, taking advantage of the magical percent to get something started. Careful here because you're stuck by the ledge, and you know that Louis Money wants you right there so he can get maybe a clip, get something started. So far, he's relinquishing stage control, or at least that's what he wants to make you think.
Definitely a very good point. You know, Pufferz is trying to do his best to get this Palutena offstage into this advantage state, getting a little too aggressive, but Nair
nice.
Two into back air.
That's nice.
Hello, that's a Falco confirm, not a Palu confirm. Excuse you.
Yeah, we can see Pufferz there anticipating that Louis would have to go to stage there, but the beautiful angle coming out from Louis there to mix up the recovery, and that Sing punish was rather nice. You talked about it, Nair back air. What?
That we're innovating the meta in front of our eyes, bro. That was icky.
Yeah, it's something that Palutena definitely can run away with. Now, careful here. Pufferz might be able to take this first stock. Just be patient by the ledge. You don't want to overextend too much because Louis Money is chasing, is looking out for those interactions where you go a little too far, make a mistake, and make the ultimate punishment. The stock is taken. At least it wasn't a 3 stock.
Definitely, and now we have Louis Money trying to catch those jumps out there, the auto reticle, trying to catch Pufferz in the air. Pufferz trying to get a combo started here. The one thing Pufferz has had so far is getting some decent combos, or getting to the damage decently up, but of course it's just finding set openings because the character with such big hitboxes is so much easier said than done. I know I can't do it.
Yeah, but when he is finding those opportunities, he's taking them. Unfortunately, like you said, finding those opportunities is so scarce that it's just not looking good.
Watch out, trying to poke a little bit of extra pressure on the shield. Louis Money is being extremely careful. I think he's trying to save a little bit of energy. Like, he's not thinking too hard. He's just fading back. Okay, well, here, this is a good opportunity. Go for the up smash. That's enough. Being close to the ledge, it's definitely a guaranteed. Now, we need to see a Twitter clip. We need to see a confirm to rest in order for Pufferz to have an opportunity to bring back the set.
I like the use of that explosive flame there, but of course not going to land just yet. Coming out in the back air, 127%. This is possible. There is a timeline this happens. Pufferz trying to find this. Of course, Puff has like some crazy confirms to bring this back. But Louis playing so fantastically in that pivot grab, going to do it. Hiya! Right across the back, bro.
Grabbing them out of the void at that point. That was a pivot grab if I've ever seen one there. And Pufferz, honestly, that whole last stock wanted one thing only, and it was pretty obvious. And Louis knew that, so you just